So I just finished last night. I have been working on a vision board presentation. If I can get this pulled up, you guys can see. I basically have just a bunch of pictures. Today was my first morning watching this, and it was so sweet. And basically what I have is a bunch of pictures and a bunch of phrases. I use ChatGPT to kind of help build the idea. I put it into Google Slides, transformed that into a video, which Google Slides apparently does now, so that was really cool. And then, yeah, I watched it for my first time this morning. I feel like I'm making decent progress. I'm just starting to understand that it really is about being present and seeing the abundance in everyday life. And I don't know if I've said it in my intro video, but I've had enough, I have enough, and I will always have enough. And what this is doing is it's just simply shifting my perspective. And what you guys have to realize is perception is reality. So once you start shifting your perception, you start shifting your reality. You start to see your everyday mundane experience differently, and you start to see it from different angles, and you start to realize that God is with us through everything as he drops these little hints in, whether that be by somebody you know or by a complete stranger. A quick example of this is I was at the gas station yesterday. I've been in this abundance mindset, and I'm sitting there waiting in line, and this guy rolls up next to me and says he lost his wallet and that he's looking for $10 or $20 so he can fill his gas and get about an hour north. Now, typically in the past, I probably would have just rolled my window up and said I didn't have any money, but I had $100 cash. I pulled it out. I was going to throw him 10. He's like, or 20 works. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm going to give this guy $20. 20 bucks, what's 20 bucks, right? Like, it'll come back to me. And so when you start operating like this, you must start to see opportunities like this as like a sign from God, right? It's like, hey, you're saying you want to be abundant, like, don't you want to be abundant? Like, this is your opportunity to show that wealth is abundant. It goes around, right? And then just more small butterfly effects, like my uncle was leaving the gym as I was rolling in, so I didn't actually get the chance to say anything to him. But it's funny, I saw my uncle yesterday, and then my dad's talking about him today. Don't get me wrong, it is his brother, but starts talking about this business idea. And now, like, that's kind of on my radar, like, holy shit, like, I could work on that in my free time as well. And that's one thing I'm finding as well, is it really does just become like filling your free time with things you want to do, right? I've been listening to a lot of David Byer, and I think I said that in the last video too, but I'm rolling around in and out of work listening to this guy. I'm rolling to and from the gym listening to this guy, and he's talking about resistance in your life and like how people call it a grind and this, that, and the other, but grind is the exact same thing as resistance, and we don't want resistance in our life because that's going to make these things hard. The kingdom of heaven is within, right? So God is within you. You're able to do everything God's able to do through co-creation as long as you understand truth and you're doing it for the right reasons. When you start to do these things, if you're grinding, right, think of Newton's third law, right? Every force has an equal and opposite reaction, right? So when you're grinding, you're almost butting heads with yourself when you're putting this work in, versus if you're just laid back and this is just becoming a part of who you are. Which is why I'm making more of an effort to try and pick the camera up and make this something that I do. Like I said, I'm not doing this to go viral or to make money. Like, I'm doing this portion of my life purely because I want to have a journal to look back on, and I want my kids to have a journal to look back on, and I'm upset that I haven't documented more because of the fact that I was going for clicks and views, and I was getting very discouraged when my videos weren't getting the amount of traction that I wanted to see them get. And looking back on that, that's silly. I'm taking sea moss, black seed oil, ashwagandha, and burdock root. I really don't know too much about it. Saw it in TikToks back in the day, and I mean, these are probably actually expired, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, they actually expired in February of this year. Probably got those 2 years ago or more and just never started taking them, but I'm taking them now. Fuck it, they're expired, but I doubt they'll get me sick. There's a lot of small things that I feel like I'm slowly shifting, and we're making progress. We're making progress. I've been trying to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That has not been going well. Apparently my alarm went off this morning. I don't remember it at all. There's pros and cons to it, right? And what you have to realize is, you know, a lot of people will make it out like they're doing this stuff every day. And if you're doing it every day, good for you. That's definitely a big step in the right direction. I find that the hardest part for me is waking up at the same time every day, just because I have so many friends. Don't get me wrong, they are my friends, but I would like to go deeper into isolation just to be able to hold myself to this standard that I see for myself, because the reason God has given me this vision, this standard that I do see for myself, is because if I can fall into that standard, I know that I'm going to crush. I'm going to crush at everything I do. I need to stop. I need to be fearless in everything that I do. I need to stop feeling like I have to stay up for these people. I'm going to make that a goal for this next week. Tomorrow isn't a gym day. Today is. I still haven't been, in case you guys can't tell based on my attire. I have a closing at work. I'm going to go in, do my closing, hit the gym, and then starting tomorrow, I'm going to wake up at 5 o'clock. Sunday, I'll probably wake up at 5 again, just because the gym doesn't open till 7 anyways. And then Monday, I will make it a point to wake up at 4, because I work 2 to 7, but that's setting me up for my next 2 days where I want to wake up at either 3 or 4 in the morning. So that allows me to get to the gym on my longer work days. That's kind of where I'm at right now, guys. Purple fucking Lamborghini. You guys know, that's probably going to be the first supercar I get. Like, as bad as I wanted a Porsche, I have a high school friend who ended up renting a purple Lamborghini. He didn't actually buy it. I went to throw that, I think I talked about it. I went to throw that poster over there away the other day. And then I realized, holy shit, purple Lamborghini. And I've started obsessing about it. I also found out that green is the color of not only abundance, but the law of attraction as well. And again, another thing that I don't view it as a coincidence, because when I was very young, I said my favorite color was the color green, and for whatever reason, it's just always stuck. As I was journaling today, I looked up before I started journaling the color of the law of attraction and abundance, and it just so happens to be green. Green robe, green lights. We're fucking crushing. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button, and if you're new around here and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. This is my journey to abundance, and hopefully I can kind of just show you guys what it's like. I mean, it's not something that I focus on very often, but like, I can literally show you guys my bank account right now. It's not like I'm loaded. I'm not coming from some filthy rich family, guys. I don't want to say out the mud, because I definitely have had it better than other people, but at the same time, I mean, I've put myself in a pretty stupid situation with trading and just my motorcycle accident, so on and so forth. As you guys can see, my bank account, this is what's currently in my bank account. I can't be much more transparent with you guys than that. My 2014 Honda Civic, I owe $9K on, and I owe another $6K in debt to Turnbull. That's me being upfront and truthful and honest with you guys. I do have a good job, and my goal is to get out of debt this summer. My goal is to be out of debt hopefully by the end of June or July, which $15,000, that's a lot, but I'm cutting back my trading accounts. I'm only buying one every paycheck, so at max 2 accounts per month, which is going to be a big change for me, but it's definitely another step in the right direction because of this whole abundance mindset that I have. It's like, I can't just keep spending on these accounts, because it's leading to crash out. I'm gonna cut myself short here, because I don't wanna yap forever. Peace out, guys.